You are crazy.
Let's hear from him, sir.
Yeah, this lady is the worst neighbor ever in the world. She is. She even called the police on a 2 years old for watching cartoon. You know the kids. Anybody in here got kids? They wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Whatever the cartoon character do, a 2 years old do it. I tried working there with this lady.
She called the police because the cartoon was too loud?
It's not because the cartoon was too loud. We live in an old building.
What did she call the police?
She called the police because the little boy jumped as the cartoon character jumped.
Okay.
She called the police for that.
Did the landlord come and talk to you?
The landlord came there and said, oh, I'm going to put a rug in there because your floor is old. And I understand that. And it's very old, you know? Mm-hmm. So he said he would put a copy in there. But all of a sudden, he went on vacation. She called the police 10 times in like 3 months. I've been in this apartment.
About what? Noise?
For nuisance.
Ma'am, did you call the police 10 times?
I had the police. Sir, I had the police reports. I don't do anything maliciously.
I got you. How many times did you call the police?
I have about 5 or 6 police reports. She stated that her neighbors above her were deliberately jumping up and down. They do that. And then when the police leave...
Why would a grown man want to jump around?
Your Honor.
That's the kid. Get it?
That's not the kid.
It is the kid.
No,
and Your Honor, my apartment is only 11 feet long.
You know why? Because I watch Georgie sometimes.
You look through his window now, you peeping in?
No.
Worse than that.
Well, how do you know whether it's him or the child jumping up and down?
Because their little boy loves me. I met their little boy. I watched their little boy before. I can sit him on the couch, and he will not jump up and down.
Do you turn the cartoons off?
Yes, I turn the TV on for him. I let him watch cartoons.
How often does he stay with you?
She don't even have cable.
How often does...
I don't have cable.
The TV is off.
All right.
How do you know my TV is off?
Let's get to the laptop and emotional distress.
Thank you.
Why are you suing him for that? Let me hear from you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. This lady even called the police 10 times, like I said. And then I went at 5 calling my my probation officer because the police can't even do nothing because they know something is wrong with this lady.
That sounds like your counterclaim. Let's talk about the laptop.
The laptop situation, when I came from applying for a job. I said, she ran to me downstairs. I said, oh, Mama, I'm sorry. Let me see what's going on. I just came from somewhere. Let me see what's going on. I call her Mama to show her respect. I'm very respectful to this lady. I call her Mama.
Well,
so I ran upstairs. I said, Mama, let me see what's going on. As soon as I get there, she ran a whole paragraph or book saying that I'm going to pay for a laptop. So I look at the thing. I'm like, hold up. What's going on? I'm reading back $250. I said, oh, Mama, you know what? I'm going to take it to my friend or somebody left to the shop and see what's really wrong with it. Because the damage she's saying...
What's wrong with what?
The laptop.
Okay.
And see what's wrong with it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I'm responsible for it. But I'm just out of courtesy to be very respectful to this lady. I know it ain't going to cost me $250.
Why do you believe the water was coming through the ceiling?
The reason why the floor is old. I live in an old building. Her floor is brand new. My floor is old. So I was just thinking to myself, like, maybe it is a possibility, but it's not that much water.
Did you install the air conditioner?
The air conditioner, yes, I put the air conditioner in there.
In your window?
In my window, but the air conditioner was facing out. The water dropping out. And it's just a little, because of the heat. The house is so, when my girlfriend is cooking African food, yo, it be so hot. And she loved the African food. She come and eat. That's how she know the AC was running water. That's how she know.
No, I don't, sir.
When she came in there, she saw the water, the little bucket under the air conditioner. I protected from day one. I protected the water. Yeah. So she said, they're going to bless right here. I took it to the landlord, the guy in charge. He said, but if anything, she should be coming to us to sue us, not you. Who is you? I don't own that building. I ain't even got money for that building to own it.
Your emotional distress is for what?
Sir, I'm a straight A student. I have a 4.0.
Straight A student smoke weed?
You sell it.
I sell weed. You buy it.
You sell weed. You sell weed.
You buy it. You owe me money. You owe me money.
You sell weed. Okay? You sell weed. I called his PO and said, would you please tell him to leave me alone? I said, I'm having problems with Varma. She said, well, he's not even supposed to be living there. That's not even his address. So I said, well, he's up in the apartment. She said, well, he's not supposed to be up in that apartment.
What else did you tell the probation officer other than he was jumping up and down?
I said that he smokes. It's always weed in the hallway.
Why did you feel you should do that?
Because he would not leave me alone. That's my daughter.
What's
That's not me. That's my daughter.
Your daughter live with you?
Yes, sir.
And what is that you have?
That's my daughter.
I smoke.
Yeah.
Shows me pictures of your daughter smoking weed.
On Facebook,
who lives
Your Honor.
with you. Yet you call his probation officer to get him in trouble, saying that he is using drugs, when in fact your daughter
where was
is
that
also
picture
doing
taken,
it.
sir?
Wherever. We know that your daughter smokes weed. You had no right to call this man's probation officer to get him in trouble about smoking weed. You called the police. You called the landlord. You called knowing that one report to a probation officer about any allegation is likely to have someone locked up. Your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted for emotional distress.
Thank you,
certainly
Your Honor.
called for that. Have a good day.